have to understand the micro themes. Now, this micro themes is freely available for all of you. This is the most important themes that from which UPSC is asking question continuously on the regular basis. तो जो ईयर वाइज हमने मेंस का क्वेश्चन देखा है और उसमें से जो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट, जो मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थीम्स निकल कर आए हैं, उसके बेसिस पे ये माइक्रो थीम्स बनाए गए हैं.
I started my full-fledged preparation after I joined the Ultimate Assessment Program at Civils Daily.
There is a 12-month strategy which I have done on Civils Daily platform only.
I reached out to the Civils Daily team.
Civils Daily.
Current affairs में Civils Daily.
Civils Daily.
Civils Daily.
With Civils Daily.
Civils Daily.
Civils Daily. Civils Daily.
To Civils Daily.
Civils Daily.
Civils Daily.
Civils Daily.
Civils Daily.
With Civils Daily.
A mentorship program of Civils Daily, and that did help me a lot.
So, hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about what should be the current affairs strategy for UPSC 2026. As you all know that prelims 2025 is approaching, and a lot of you might have started preparation for 2026, and you might be very confusing about how to prepare, especially current affairs, because this domain is very, very vast, right? So today's webinar, in this webinar, we are going to discuss the most important, the 3 points we'll be discussing and we'll be focusing. And with reference to every point, I'll be showing you the news. Okay, so I'll show you the news and how you all are reading those news and how we have to prepare and how we have to derive the most important information from those news that we will discuss. And at the end of the discussion, we'll also have some question answer round where you can ask your question, your doubts from me. And later on, your discussion will be taken by Nisha ma'am. So these are the 3 most important points which we will be discussing in this webinar. Number 1 is how you have to approach current affairs GS wise. Okay, so you read so many news, you have a newspaper, you see so different types of news which belongs to different types of subjects. Okay, so we'll discuss that first, how we have to segregate those news. Then we will be talking about prelims versus mains. Okay, because many of you that you have this confusion, like what should be the preparation for prelims or mains, whether it should be separated, whether we should study all prelims mains combinedly, or how we have to do, especially with reference to current affairs. Now, third important part is using current affairs in answer writing, because we all read so many news, so many different types of varieties of news, but at the end of the day, when we are writing the answer, we are not able to consolidate the points that we have read. Okay, so we'll discuss that as well, कि हमें वो कैसे करना है, हम कैसे उस चीज को ला सकते हैं. ठीक है, so with reference to every point which I have mentioned here, I will be discussing the approach, and I will also be taking a particular news. ठीक है, ताकि आपको better example के साथ आपको समझ में आ सके. ठीक है, okay Sunny, we'll be discussing that, don't worry. So GS wise approach to current affairs, I am taking one particular domain called society. ठीक है, so I am not taking a very old news. I will be taking a recent news जो अभी news में चल रहा था, March week 4, April week 1. So I'll be taking that news. Okay, so first of all, let's see the news. This was the news published in Hindu. The news is about a school closure that must be called out. Okay, so this was the news, a very important news. So first of all, when you see a heading, what do you think, like how you have to prepare this topic? You might just read it once and you think that okay fine, I'll be able to deal this question, but that is not the correct approach. आपको सबसे पहले क्या करना है, you have to know the syllabus. First of all, you are seeing the news, you must be knowing about the syllabus. If this particular news I am reading, this particular syllabus, this particular news belongs to which particular part of my syllabus. And for that, what you have to do? For that, you must be knowing what exactly is the syllabus. Okay? To know the syllabus, first of all. So if I have to connect this news, this is directly linked with GS1. Okay? GS1 में अगर आप देखोगे again, we have UPSC mains GS1 का syllabus. You go and see it is available everywhere. So you have to be ready with the syllabus. So first of all, you are seeing this syllabus. This is salient features of Indian society, diversity of India, role of women and women's organization, issues, poverty, developmental issues, urbanization, their problem and their remedy. Now, social empowerment. Okay? So these are the topics which are related to society in GS1. Okay? But this topic, which I was discussing about, a school closure that must be called out. Actually, this news was dealing with a Gondi medium school. Gond, must be knowing it's a tribe. ठीक है. गोंड ट्राइब है, it's you will find Gondi tribe in central India, like Madhya Pradesh, like Jharkhand, like Rajasthan, like Maharashtra. All these area you will find this Gond tribe, right? Now this Gond people, if you see after Bhil, this is the second most population of tribal people in India. तो सबसे ज्यादा जो population है second number पे tribes की in India में, this is Gond people, Gondi people. Now what has happened in the महाराष्ट्र में एक गोंडी मीडियम स्कूल था, उसको रिसेंटली क्लोज किया गया, ठीक है. एंड दैट गोंडी मीडियम स्कूल, गोंडी यू नो इट्स अ लैंग्वेज एज वेल. Okay, so the tribal people, especially the children, those belongs to Gond, they were communicating in that school with their mother tongue, that Gondi language, and that school is closed. Okay, so first of all, this is a social issue that we know, but indirectly, it is also hinting us towards the different constitutional provision that we are having in India. ठीक है. Say for example, we have Article 29. जिसमें कि हम बताते हैं, हम बात करते हैं कि वी हैव टू सेफ गार्ड द माइनॉरिटीज कल्चर, उनकी स्क्रिप्ट को, उनके लैंग्वेज को हमें सेव करना है. देन वी हैव 350A दैट डील्स विद व्हाट, इट डील्स विद द कम्युनिकेशन इन द मदर टंग, right? So apart from, despite the fact that we have several constitutional provision, इसके अलावा भी we have several, we have schedules that protects the right of these minorities, right? So we have different, despite the fact that we have different provisions, yet what we have done, we have closed this school which were communicating in the Gondi medium language, right? Now रीजन कुछ साइड किए गए कि आरटीआई एक्ट के थ्रू राइट टू एजुकेशन जो है, उसके जो रूल्स हैं उसको ये फॉलो नहीं कर रहा है, एंड वॉट एवर द रीजन वॉज, राइट. बट द थिंग इज दैट इट इज क्लोज्ड. नाउ गाइज, let's talk about the 8th schedule. You must be knowing that there are 22 languages that are scheduled languages of India. In that language also you see the Sanskrit. Sanskrit is considered as a language of God. It is not spoken by many people in India. ठीक है, yet we have included that Sanskrit language. The reason can be many, ठीक है, कि history रहा है, ancient रहा है, it's a part of our culture, it is a heritage, right? So Sanskrit को हमने include किया गया है, but the fact is that this Gondi language, it is spoken by around 29 lakh or 25 lakh people of India, but yet this is not included in the schedule. ठीक है. So what I'm trying to say is that this is a very important social issues that we are highlighting here, but at the same time, this is just not linked to the social issues, rather it is also linked to constitutional provision. तो पहली चीज ये कि आपने डायरेक्टली इसको लिंक किया है GS1 सिलेबस से, ठीक है. एंड अगेन, हाउ यू विल डायरेक्टली लिंक और इनडायरेक्टली लिंक, जब तक आपको सिलेबस नहीं मालूम है आप नहीं कर पाएंगे. सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट दैट यू मस्ट बी अवेयर विद द सिलेबस ऑफ मेंस, जो भी यूपीएससी ने मेंशन किया. नाउ यू सी द GS2 सिलेबस. अगेन GS2 में अगर आप देखोगे, दिस इज अगेन इनडायरेक्टली लिंकिंग टू इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, then the power functions and the responsibilities of various constitutional bodies. Okay, welfare schemes of the vulnerable sections in which tribes are also included. Then we have issues relating to development and management of social sector services related to health education. Now this is about the education. Okay, so one single topic, that topic was just not linked to GS1, but it is also linked to GS2. Okay, then once you have known the syllabus, then what you have to do, you have to understand the micro themes. Now this micro themes is freely available for all of you. How these micro themes are made, I have been highlighting this micro themes many a times in many of my webinars, that what this micro theme is about. This is the most important themes that from which UPSC is asking question continuously on the regular basis. तो जो ईयर वाइज हमने मेंस का क्वेश्चन देखा है और उसमें से जो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट, जो मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थीम्स निकल कर आए हैं, उसके बेसिस पे ये माइक्रो थीम्स बनाए गए हैं. नाउ यू विल सी दिस ग्राफ, एंड दिस ग्राफ शोज द नंबर ऑफ क्वेश्चंस दैट हैव बीन आस्क्ड इन द प्रीवियस ईयर्स ऑफ यूपीएससी. अगेन हियर यू विल सी जो ट्राइब है, एक तो ये ट्राइब का इशू है, ठीक है ना. सो दिस इज द ट्राइबल इशू. Okay, now you see these are the another micro themes, very important topics. Okay, so once you are reading a news, you must be very aware that this particular news belongs to which particular micro theme. If I am talking about tribe, you must be aware that what are the questions that have been asked from this particular topic previously, and what could be the question that can be framed from this topic. ठीक है, तो पहली चीज आपको ये बिल्कुल आइडेंटिफाई करके रखना है. अगेन आप यहाँ पे देखेंगे ये ट्राइब से भी रिलेटेड है, एंड देन इफ यू सी population and associated issues, because tribe becomes very important part of the population, उससे भी कहीं ना कहीं related है ये. Now if you will click these graphs, you will see the number of questions that have been asked. So if there's a less number of questions that have been asked, it is not like that topic is not important. That topic is equally important, because you cannot predict UPSC. In future, they might ask more questions from the lesser asked topics, right? Okay, guys. ठीक है, तो आपको बात समझ में आई? जब आपने न्यूज देखा, you have to link it directly, indirectly from your UPSC syllabus. Now, after identifying that, you have to know the micro themes. क्या उस टॉपिक में से कुछ सवाल आया है, या फिर if there is any probable chance that question might be asked from that topic, that you have to identify, right? Now, after knowing that, I'll show you one question. Okay, now see this question. This was the question asked in 2024. This is not a very old question. बहुत सारे सवाल आए हैं, बट मैंने एक सवाल पिक किया है और आपको मैं वो दिखा रही हूँ. डिस्पाइट द कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव पॉलिसीज फॉर इक्विटी एंड सोशल जस्टिस, अंडर प्रिविलेज सेक्शंस आर नॉट येट गेटिंग द फुल बेनिफिट्स ऑफ द अफर्मेटिव एक्शन envisaged by the constitution. Comment. Now this is a question which is directly linked to what we have just read. ठीक है, यहाँ पे क्या मेंशन है? यहाँ पे उन्होंने मेंशन किया है अंडर प्रिविलेज सेक्शन. नाउ दिस इज अ वेरी ब्रॉड टॉपिक. Now, in this underprivileged section, you can include several other groups as well. So we can talk about tribes, okay? We can talk about several other members, like we can talk about LGBT communities, we can talk about other minorities, we can talk about SCs, okay? और ground level पे क्या reality है, and that reality you can take in an example. So while highlighting that that we do have these provisions under the Constitution of India. ठीक है, आपने ये बात बताई. But still at the ground level, what are the challenges that we have? Now in that challenges, when you are answering, while you are having this subheading called tribe, there you can include this point. ठीक है, कि अभी महाराष्ट्र में गोंडी स्पीकिंग मीडियम स्कूल was recently closed. That example you can quote, right? So in this way, you have to just, drive the most important part. Now, the entire article is not important. Definitely, the provisions that the constitution has, that becomes important. But the most important part is how you will use that news in your example. सबसे important वही part होता है current affairs का, कि आप कितने ज्यादा उसको इस्तेमाल कर पा रहे हो while you are writing an answer, how many times you are using it as an example. ठीक है, so you see, अगर आप इस न्यूज को पूरा पढ़ने जाएंगे, it's a whole big article, but what are the point that you are deriving? Just one single point और one single example that you will be quoting. कि ट्राइब्स है, रियलिटी में अंडर प्रिविलेज सेक्शन को अभी भी जो हम जितने भी एक्शंस ले रहे हैं, इट इज नॉट वेल इम्प्लीमेंटेड. ठीक है, एंड दे स्टिल नीड आवर हेल्प. It has to be implemented on a very proper basis, because it is being neglected. तो ground reality और the constitutional की जो reality है वो बहुत different हो जाती है. तो ये example आप यहाँ से उठा करके वहां पे लिख सकते थे. ठीक है, so I'll be showing you more news and how you have to use those examples. Okay, just let me see the messages. Yes, Kanishk, I'll be discussing that. Don't worry. ठीक है, okay. Now, the third point which I was talking. So while writing an answer, so before writing an answer, you must be having all the, the points of the news. See, this is a broader topic. Tribe is a broader topic. Now, within that tribe, you have to highlight the examples that are keep on coming in the news. ठीक है, न्यूज में जो जो चीजें आ रही हैं, आपको उसको निकाल करके एक साथ रखना है. So you have to consolidate, right? So even if they are asking about women, even they are asking about LGBTQ, even if they are asking about tribe. So whatever news you are reading, just write that most important point and just write it there. ठीक है, वो बहुत ही छोटा सा क्रिस्प नोट आपका रेडी होना चाहिए. So consolidate करो with examples. The example which I have just taken, I have taken one example. Now you must be ready with the broader topic, 1 or 2 pager notes. ठीक है, 1 page is very less. So I will suggest कि at least 1 to 2, because बहुत broad हो जाता है. अगर हम विमेन की ही बात कर ले, ट्राइब की ही बात कर ले, तो बहुत लंबा हो जाता है. तो ये कहना बहुत आसान है कि 1 पेजर नोट, बट 1 पेजर नोट में मेनली चीजें नहीं आ पाती हैं. सो इट्स ऑल राइट इफ यू आर हैविंग 2 पेज नोट, राइट? इट्स नथिंग कि आप 1 पेज में ही आपको कंसोलिडेट करना है. हैव इट लाइक 2 पेज नोट, बिकॉज समटाइम्स द टॉपिक्स आर सो ब्रॉड दैट इट माइट नॉट बी इंक्लूडेड इन 1 पेज. ओके, नाउ पीरियोडिक रिवीजन. इफ मेनी ऑफ यू आर आस्किंग अबाउट द रिवीजन स्ट्रेटेजी, periodic revision आप कैसे कर सकते हो guys? The most important part that you give weekly test. Weekly tests are very, very important. Weekly test based on your current affair news. So whatever news you have done in a week, at the end of the week, you just write the answer. ठीक है, so that आपका वो revision होगा. अगर आप नहीं लिख रहे हो ना, trust me guys, even if you are making notes, there's no point of having a crisp note as well. If you're not having the regular weekly exams. ठीक है, so have your weekly exams. एक week छूट रहा है, 2 week छूट रहा है, it's all right, but try to be be consistent. आप उसको thoroughly like in a month आप, मैं बोल सकती हूँ कि आप कम से कम 3 से 4 टेस्ट आप एक मंथ में लगा लो वीकली बेसिस पे, ठीक है। और फिर एंड ऑफ द मंथ में आप ये कर सकते हो कि पूरे मंथ का जो भी आपने पढ़ा है, जो भी आपने टेस्ट दिया है, यू जस्ट रिवाइज इट. So what will happen that end of the month, because you have read, you have written it, so it will be in your mind. So once you are revising at the end time, mains के पहले जब आप revise कर रहे हो, the revision will become very easy because you have already written it, right? Written once you are making a note and written while you are giving a test. तो आपने वो already बहुत बार practice किया है, ठीक है? So that will be in your mind. So for the revision, the best strategy is definitely आपको revise करना है. But revise किस लिए करना है? Because you have to attempt a test. Tests are very, very important. Okay. Now, the second most important part, which I was talking about, that there's a lot of confusion about whether to give prelims, like how to prepare for prelims or how to prepare for mains. Again, I'll be showing you one news, and then we will discuss कि हम कैसे derive कर सकते हैं. What are the things that we can expect? ठीक है. So this is the news. Again, this is the recent news which I have taken, not a very old news. Abhi kya hai? This is the massive earthquake hits Myanmar and Thailand, right? Now, guys, when you do geography, India, fundamental of physical geography, right? Fundamental of physical geography. In a geomorphology, we have plate tectonics, movement of plates, right? Now, within the plate, we have convergent boundary, we have divergent boundary, we have transform boundary. तो ये सारी चीजें, these becomes part of your basic. Then again, whenever, see guys, whenever you are seeing such type of news, now earthquake, now you will see earthquake, tsunami, cyclones, heat waves. These are the weather phenomena which keeps on occurring. और अभी तो बहुत ज्यादा एक्सट्रीम होते जा रहे हैं. हर जगह आप देखोगे, not just, I'm not talking about earthquake, but other climatic events that are becoming more extreme. ठीक है. So whenever you see such type of news, first of all, what you have to do, you have to keep on revising all the points that you have read in the foundation or the basic. ठीक है. जैसे earthquake आया, आपको मालूम है कि earthquake हिट हुआ म्यांमार और थाईलैंड में, तो आपके दिमाग में बिल्कुल वो रिवीजन चल जानी चाहिए कि earthquake में क्या क्या आता है. ठीक है. If I am talking about earthquake, how earthquakes are generated, reasons for the earthquake, then what are primary waves, seismic waves basically. Then you must be, it should be in your mind ki what are body waves, what are surface waves. Now within that body wave and surface wave, body wave may be primary wave, secondary waves, then surface wave में love wave, Rayleigh wave. ये सारी चीजें आपके दिमाग में होनी चाहिए. Why? Because this is the part of prelims. They're not going to ask you that massive earthquake like hits where. It is not the question of prelims. ये नहीं पूछने वाले हैं वो आपसे वही बेसिक पूछेंगे. आप देखोगे, you go and check the previous year questions. They have asked about P wave, S waves. They have asked about multiple times about the plate boundaries. ठीक है. About the like what are type of geomorphological features that you will see with these plate boundaries. तो जैसे ही आपने इस तरह की न्यूज पढ़ा, आपका बिल्कुल वो रिवीजन चल जाना चाहिए आपके माइंड में. ठीक है. So that becomes important for prelims. Now, because this was a massive earthquake, it also becomes important the locations, because geography is all about locations. So whenever you see a extreme type of event, some war is going, अभी आपने देखा कि लॉस एंजलिस में वाइल्ड फायर्स हुए थे. ठीक है. जिसमें कि एक विंड को बहुत ज्यादा प्रोमिनेंट बताया गया, उसके कारण हुआ, एंड लॉट ऑफ न्यूज दैट यू विल बी रीडिंग. सो लोकेशन बिकम्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. तो आप जब भी इस तरह की न्यूज देखे, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट दैट यू सी द लोकेशन, व्हाट आर द बाउंड्रीज, व्हाट आर द बॉर्डरिंग कंट्रीज, सराउंडिंग कंट्रीज. So these news should be there in your mind, and you see the continent and then try to revise ki which are the major rivers that are flowing from this particular country. ठीक है. बहुत ज्यादा नहीं होगा ना, top 10, at least try to revise top 10 rivers. You see the news are asked from Congo Basin. Why Congo Basin? Definitely that was in news कि peatland है वहां पे, largest peatland है. ठीक है. but Congo से क्यों सवाल आया? इसलिए सवाल आया because it is a part of your NCERT. It was there in your NCERT, right? And second important part, that it is a second largest river basin after Amazon. Anyway, it becomes important. तो आप देखोगे सवाल ऐसा नहीं कि यूपीएससी कुछ भी पूछ रहा है. यूपीएससी is not asking anything. It is not asking about any minor river of world. इंडिया में पूछ लेते हैं if it is in news, or sometimes it will ask. But for the world, if you see, it is asking about Mekong, it is asking about Congo, it is asking about Amazon. भाई ये बहुत ही बेसिक है और ये बहुत ही आई मीन कॉमन रिवर्स हैं जो आपको पता होना ही चाहिए. दीज आर द मेन रिवर्स दैट आर फ्लोइंग फ्रॉम दीज important कॉन्टिनेंट्स, एंड यू मस्ट बी नोइंग where it is draining. That becomes important. Geography becomes important. So when I'm talking about location, I'm talking about geography of that particular area. ठीक है, तो prelims के लिए वो important हो जाता है. Now for mains, if you see in mains, this type of question can be directly asked. ठीक है, that you might have seen the questions have been asked from the Ring of Fire region, Pacific region. वहां से question आया हुआ है क्योंकि बहुत सारे इंडोनेशिया में and all these areas you will have a lot of frequent volcanic eruption. Why? Because it is on the convergent plate boundary. ठीक है, तो अभी जो इतना मैसिव आया है हो सकता है इस पे सवाल बन जाए because it is located in Asia. It has impacted a lot of things, and also because it has some special feature. What is that special feature? First of all, you see the location of Myanmar. ये जो मंडलाई में हुआ है ये earthquake जो काफी intensity थी इसकी. It was a shallow earthquake, right? The depth was not that much. 10 किलोमीटर के आसपास का डेप्थ था. फोकस जो था 10 किलोमीटर के आसपास था. Now you see this is located in the lots of important plate boundaries. Here you have Indian plate, ऊपर में you have Eurasian plate, here you have Burma plate, here Burma the smaller plate, minor plate, here you have Sunda plate. और यहाँ पे आप देखेंगे very important fault is nothing but a crack. It's a Sagaing fault. ठीक है, Sagaing fault is a transform fault where a plate is it's moving like this. It is strike slip fault. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे लगातार क्या हो रहा है, ये मूवमेंट हो रही है. ठीक है, नाउ दिस कैन बी आस्क्ड इन मीन्स, राइट? व्हाट इज द स्पेशल फीचर or explain the characteristics why this area is having you can say earthquakes, frequent earthquakes. Now you will write what you will write because this is the area which is surrounded by a lot of plate boundaries, and also it has Sagaing fault. Then you can explain. ठीक है, and it also depends, the intensity of earthquake also depends on the depth. ठीक है, तो ये क्या था, अगर shallow होते हैं depth में तो आपको बहुत ज्यादा intensity feel होती है. ठीक है ना, तो in this way you have to utilize any news. So whenever you see, and for that what you have to do, इसके लिए न्यूज को अच्छे से समझने के लिए it's very important that your basics are clear, your foundation is clear. Okay, fine guys, I hope I am making sense. Are you able to understand whatever I am saying? Notes consolidation के बाद कनिष्क you have to write. आपको लिखना है. लिखना क्या है? टेस्ट लिखना है. टेस्ट अटेम्प्ट करो. आप वीकली बेसिस पे टेस्ट अटेम्प्ट करो. जो भी आप पढ़ रहे हो उसका टेस्ट अटेम्प्ट करो, जो भी न्यूज आपने पढ़ा है. ठीक है. Now the third important point is about using current affairs in answer writing. Okay. Okay. Using current affairs in answer writing. So now I will be discussing how you have to use it. Again, I will be taking a very important, very interesting example. आप सब सुनते होंगे, उसके बारे में बात करूंगी. Climate change. ठीक है. Now climate change everywhere. Every year I will say you will be hearing about climate change, global warming. Last year was the warmest year. This year is again the warmest year. Okay. Warmest month, February, warmest month, March. So you will keep on hearing this type of news. Okay. Now, this climate change is again a very broad topic. Now, first of all, you need to know where this climate change is coming in our syllabus. सबसे पहली चीज तो यही है. तो GS3 में अगर आप देखोगे, it's directly linked conservation, environmental pollution, degradation, and impact, environmental impact assessment. Now, in this degradation में अगर आप ले लो, environmental pollution में ले लो, ठीक है, तो इसमें हम बहुत बात कर सकते हैं. conservation में ले लो, ठीक है, तो इसमें हम बोल सकते हैं कि कहीं ना कहीं क्लाइमेट चेंज की जो टॉपिक है, इट माइट फॉल इन दिस एरिया. नाउ अगेन दिस इज द माइक्रो थीम बेस्ड ऑन GS3. यहाँ पे भी अगर आप देखोगे क्लाइमेट चेंज एंड इम्पैक्ट, दिस इज द ग्राफ. तो नंबर ऑफ क्वेश्चन दैट आर आस्क्ड okay from this area is this. Now GS1 में micro theme, see the micro theme of GS1. Now again here you will see climate change से GS1 में lot of questions have been asked. Now people will say कि this is mostly part of environment, it should come in GS3, but if you see the question are mostly asked in GS1, right, about this climate. Why? Because in geography is a very broad subject. अब geography में एक subject और आता है environmental geography. Now geography is very very broad. आप everything is coming under geography, right? So यहाँ पे अगर आप देखोगे the more number of questions have been asked from this area. Now again UPSC का major theme की बात करूँ, GS UPSC syllabus. This is the UPSC syllabus. Now changes in the critical geographical features including water bodies and ice caps. Now why there will be change in the critical geographical features? Due to the changes, right? What type of changes? Definitely the change is related to climate. तभी change आएगा water bodies and ice caps में. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे अगर आप देखोगे पेपर 1 का जो पार्ट है सिलेबस का, यहाँ पे ये फॉल कर रहा है, राइट? नाउ climate change and water management. These are the two topics of GS1, which is coming under this area. So we are focusing here on climate change. Now, I'll say, because I'm teaching, thoroughly about these, current affairs. Every week I am discussing about this climate change. Not even a single week has gone where I have not discussed this news, any particular news which is related to climate change. Every week 2 or 3 news are related to climate change. हर हफ्ते की मैं बात कर रही हूँ, ठीक है? तो आप देखोगे these are the some of the news which I have picked from climate change, जो पूरे साल में आए हैं. कहीं ना कहीं आप देखोगे बहुत सारे न्यूज हैं, राइट? एंड दिस इज जस्ट अ फ्यू न्यूज. आई हैव नॉट टेकन ऑल द न्यूज, वेरी फ्यू न्यूज आई हैव टेकन, ठीक है? नाउ it is from the past year, that is 2024. Now the most recent one is, अभी मैंने last to last में पढ़ाया था इससे, air pollution will lower India's solar generation capacity and how it is linked to climate change. I will tell you. And how climate change affects India's wheat production. So there are 2 news. Again, guys, I will say this is related to climate change. Okay. And how you have to use, I will also tell that. Somebody is asking that. I think that question was asked. Okay. So air pollution will lower India's solar generation capacity. This news was of IIT Bombay. And what the report is highlighting, the report is saying that as the temperature is increasing and as the pollution is increasing, first of all, pollution. The second important factor is temperature. Both the things is going to impact the efficiency of the solar cells. जो आपके solar cells हैं, solar cells में it requires, a good amount of एक तो clear sky चाहिए होता है to work it efficiently. The second important part, the temperature, the ambient temperature. What is ambient temperature? The surrounding temperature of the cell. It has to be lower so that it can work efficiently. But what will happen because of the air pollution, a lot of, aerosols will be there in the environment. So it will lessen the impact of efficiency of solar cells. The second point, when the temperature is rising, ambient temperature, which is surrounding the cell, जो solar cells हैं, उसके आसपास का जो temperature है, that will also rise. So that will also reduce the efficiency of the solar cells. Now we are talking about what? We are talking about the solution for the climate change, for the global warming. We are talking कि हमको net zero होना है, हमको renewable energy resources को बढ़ाना है. तो भाई हम जब renewable energy को भी बढ़ा रहे हैं, when we are talking about solar energy, India is a good reason to have this solar energy. Again, there's a problem. Why there's a problem? Due to the climate change. And what is that problem? Due to the temperature rise. तो आप देखोगे कि ये डायरेक्टली नहीं है, बट अगेन इट इज व्हाट इट इज इंडिकेटिंग नथिंग बट अ क्लाइमेट चेंज. इट इज इंडिकेटिंग ग्लोबल वार्मिंग. ओके, नाउ द सेकंड न्यूज, इफ यू सी हाउ क्लाइमेट चेंज अफेक्ट्स इंडियाज व्हीट प्रोडक्शन. ठीक है, ये अगर आप देखोगे 2024 में एक फूड सिक्योरिटी पे सवाल आया था, दैट हाउ क्लाइमेट चेंज विल इम्पैक्ट द फूड सिक्योरिटी. राइट, अभी इसमें क्या है, व्हीट प्रोडक्शन है, मैं बहुत समराइज करके आपको बताऊंगी. व्हीट जो है बेसिकली इट्स अ रबी क्रॉप. इट इज मोस्टली ग्रोन इन द विंटर सीजन. आपका जो अक्टूबर सितंबर नवंबर वाला टाइम होता है, दैट टाइम इट इज शोन, एंड इट इज हार्वेस्टेड व्हेन इट इज हार्वेस्टेड इन द टाइम ऑफ फेब्रुवरी टू अप्रैल. फेब्रुवरी, मार्च और अप्रैल, इस टाइम पे इसको हार्वेस्ट कर लिया जाता है. राइट, तो जब इसका प्रोडक्शन होता है, जब इसका जब इसकी हार्वेस्टिंग होती है, द टेम्परेचर शुड नॉट बी वेरी हाई. इट शुड बी इट शुड बी नॉट एक्सीडिंग 33 डिग्री सेल्सियस. ठीक है, तो क्योंकि वो उसका मैक्सिमम टेम्परेचर है 30 से 33, दैट इज द मैक्सिमम टेम्परेचर ऑफ हार्वेस्टिंग. आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट सोइंग टाइम पीरियड. सोइंग टाइम पीरियड में और कम चाहिए होता है, 8 डिग्री, 9 डिग्री, 12 डिग्री, 15 डिग्री, लाइक दैट. ओके, तो सोइंग टेम्परेचर इज डिफरेंट, दैट शुड बी वेरी कोल्ड, एंड हार्वेस्टिंग टेम्परेचर इट शुड बी लाइक 30 डिग्री, वहां तक होना चाहिए, उससे ज्यादा नहीं होना चाहिए. अदरवाइज व्हाट विल हैपन, इट विल अफेक्ट द क्वालिटी ऑफ व्हीट. जो व्हीट में जो स्टार्च का कंसंट्रेशन है, जो स्टार्च की क्वालिटी है, वो उतनी हो ही नहीं पाएगी, प्रोटीन इकट्ठा होता चला जाएगा. इट विल बिकम टाइटन. So it will definitely impact the quality as well as the quantity of the wheat production. ठीक है, दूसरी चीज क्या होगी, इससे क्लाइमेट चेंज हो रहा है, जो आपकी जितनी भी क्लाइमेट है, क्लाइमेट का ही पार्ट है. there's a very important part of which entire India is dependent, monsoon. Entire India's agriculture is dependent on monsoon, that we know, there's no confusion in that. But due to the climate change, monsoon pattern is also going to impact. अब monsoon में अगर क्या होगा कि monsoon अगर आपकी डिले होती है तो क्या होगा, monsoon डिले हुआ, so the kharif crop which are grown in the monsoon time, monsoon season, उसका भी टाइम डिले होगा. तो जब मॉनसून के टाइम में वो डिले हो चुका है, देन व्हाट विल हैपन, हार्वेस्टिंग विल बी लेट. सो खरीफ क्रॉप का हार्वेस्टिंग जो है दैट विल बी लेट ड्यू टू द चेंज इन द और द डिले ऑफ द मॉनसून. तो जैसे ही खरीफ क्रॉप का डिले होगा, सो व्हाट विल हैपन, इट विल इम्पैक्ट द सोइंग टाइम ऑफ व्हीट. तो व्हीट को जिस टाइम आप सो कर रहे हो ना, आपको वो भी डिले होगा. से फॉर एग्जाम्पल, if I am sowing a wheat in the month of October, due to the delay in the monsoon, now I will start sowing the wheat in the month of November or December. तो अगर मैंने सो ही दिसंबर के टाइम पे किया है, then definitely the time of harvesting that will again delayed. Now I'll have to harvest in April or in May, or not in April but in May, in June, because that time has delayed. ठीक है. तो डेफिनेटली क्लाइमेट चेंज से क्या हो रहा है, आपकी मानसून भी डिले हो रही है. एंड इसके कारण से क्या हो रहा है, नॉट जस्ट द व्हीट, it is going to impact several other crops as well, due to the rise in temperature, due to the change in the climatic pattern, due to the change in the condition of the soil, the fertility of the soil. ठीक है. तो ये बहुत ही रिसेंट, मैं आपको लास्ट हफ्ते का ही न्यूज ये दिखा रही हूँ. ये दोनों ही न्यूज आए थे विच इज रिलेटेड टू क्लाइमेट चेंज. और आपको मैंने पहले ये सारे न्यूज, आई हैव ऑलरेडी शोन यू दीज मेनी न्यूज. ओके. नाउ there was one more news recently, United Nations World Water Development Report of 2025. Okay, this year has been declared as a United Nations Year of Glaciers. Why? Because to highlight the importance or the significance of the glaciers, कि glaciers आपके कितने important हैं. ठीक है. तो इसीलिए ये साल, और आपने सुना होगा, because lot of glacier is melting, it is melting at a rapid rate. बहुत सारे glacier melt हो चुके हैं, अभी भी हो रहे हैं, और इसीलिए उसकी इंपॉर्टेंस को हाईलाइट करते हुए दिस बिकम्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. नाउ यू विल सी व्हेनेवर UN has declared some particular year, like United Nation Year of Pulses, like United Nation Year of Millets, questions have been asked from those particular topics in mains. मेंस में सवाल आया है, पल्सेस पे भी आया है, मिलेट्स पे भी आया है. और ग्लेशियर इतना ज्यादा आप सुन रहे हो कि ग्लेशियर पे डेफिनेटली, इफ नॉट ग्लेशियर, डेफिनेटली something which is related to climate change is definitely going to come this year as well. That I am sure. And not just in prelims, not just in mains, but also in prelims. ठीक है. तो along with this news, अब इस रिपोर्ट ने कुछ हाईलाइट किया. अब इस रिपोर्ट ने जो हाईलाइट किया, that we have already read somewhere. क्या हाईलाइट किया कि हिंदू कुश हिमालय जो है, द हिंदू कुश हिमालय ग्लेशियर is losing, it is decreasing at melting at 65% faster rate. Then WMO की climate report आई थी, in 175 years this last 2024 was the warmest year. Then there's an unprecedented amount of glacier that we are losing. Then the sea level is rising continuously. बहुत सारे लोग जो हैं वो displace हो जाएंगे. Increase wildlife, the extreme events. We have seen the recent wildfires in Los Angeles, California and all these places. ठीक है. Not just those areas, other areas as well. कितना ज्यादा wildfires हो रहा है. ठीक है. अभी आपने एक न्यूज सुना होगा about the Kashmir, especially the Srinagar, all these areas, it is not having, the permafrost are melting. Why? Because of the decline of, snowfall. Then you will be hearing about Naini Lake जो है, उसका पानी जो है, water level जो है, that is recorded lowest. Then there's another lake in Srinagar near the Dal Lake, Achar Lake, if I am not wrong, Achar Lake, that is also shrinking. So all these are, all these are the so many examples that you can quote while you are writing an answer. ठीक है. ये एक टॉपिक है climate change. But at the same time, you see a lot of news that are related to this climate change. Now, when this topic is coming, because this is a so broad topic, आप इसको segregate कर सकते हो, है ना? You can segregate climatologically, impact of climate change. You can segregate agriculture पे क्या impact है. You can segregate economy पे क्या impact है. Environment पे क्या impact है. So you can segregate because these are the broader topic and keep on including the examples. The entire news is not important, but how you are driving and taking that example and quoting it in your mains answer writing, that is important. And that was the reason why I took this webinar, to make you understand that how you have to use a particular news. आप बिल्कुल वो मत हो जाओ कि भाई ये इतना बड़ा न्यूज है, इसको पढ़ लिया, इसको कैसे यूज करें. Just try to derive the most important point, what that is highlighting. Try to link it with the syllabus. Link करो syllabus के साथ, देखो क्या सवाल आया, what are the questions that have been asked, what probable questions can be asked. Just think about the prediction, आप उसकी probability देखो, then write it. Writing is very very important. ठीक है. So if you are reading any magazine, आप उसमें देखोगे there are a lot of news that are coming which is related to climate change. ठीक है. तो आप एक साथ भी कर सकते हो, किसी मैगजीन को रेफर कर लो, वीकली मैगजीन को आप रेफर कर सकते हो. इन दैट वे यू कैन कवर. this is whatever I am showing you guys. This is related to Samachar Manthan itself. And Samachar Manthan mein the importance is that like see whatever you are reading, like first of all you might read this one news. Okay? You might be reading this one news from a particular any magazine, but what we try to do, we try to consolidate. We will keep on revising you that these are the topics, these are the things that you have read previously from the other sorry. So these are the different, news that is related to the same topic. So we keep on highlighting that how you have to, write it. आपको कैसे वो लिखना है अपने. And then we also provide you the question, the probable question. अगर आप इसका देखोगे, here these are the two questions which I framed for my students to write it. Now this is again, if you see, glacier melting is a critical consequence of climate change which impacts water security, sea levels, and ecosystem. Discuss in this context of UN's declaration of 2025 as an international year of glaciers. ठीक है, अभी ये question important हो जाता है. Now, if not this, but somehow it might be related to this topic. Now, the another question you see, discuss the impact of rising temperature and Indian Ocean warming on agriculture, particularly wheat, right? So this was the question which I framed abhi recently, but when I was seeing the question, I was not knowing, मतलब मैंने वो question मेरे दिमाग से बिल्कुल निकल गया था, but when I saw in 2024 itself, the UPSC has asked about the food security and the climate change. ठीक है, तो food security, climate change कैसे भाई? Definitely it is going to impact the agriculture, right? So guys, what I am trying to say is that you have to, derive the most important points and include those in the examples. Try to write it. ठीक है, तो आपके पास broader themes हो जाएंगे, micro themes हो जाएगी. तो आप जब भी कोई न्यूज देख रहे हो, उसका most important point जो है वो निकाल के वहां पे लिख लो. And that example you will be using while writing your answer. ठीक है, and in this way you can revise as well. आप बार बार रिवाइज करो, आप बार बार अपने नोट्स को पढ़ो. अब आप पूरा न्यूज तो देखने जाओगे नहीं, but once you see that particular heading, even if I have wrote that heading, कोई रिपोर्ट है, उस रिपोर्ट का हेडिंग मैंने लिख दिया, ठीक है, तो वो चीजें अगर मैं बार बार लिख रही हूँ, बार बार पढ़ रही हूँ, डेफिनेटली इट विल रिमेन इन माई माइंड, एंड दैट इज द ओनली वे यू कैन सेल थ्रू. ओके गाइस.